Hey everybody, welcome to this video guide for Assassin's Creed Chronicles China on the Xbox Series X. Today we are going to be completing Memory 9 and attaining the highest score possible by completing every single encounter with a Shadow Gold rating, and we are also going to be completing the secondary objective of saving all 3 of the concubines. So let's get started with this memory.
I was born into captivity, one of many concubines. When the Brotherhood came for us, I saw freedom. I saw a future. Now it is up to me to offer hope for those who see none. When Zhang Yong and Chu Ju are dead, when I have the box, I will deliver that. Now my journey has come full circle. My past has returned to aid my future. My old friend, once a concubine like me, is now Empress, and she's risking her life to help me. She knows where to find Zhang Yong, but I fear she and the concubines are in grave danger. If the Templars suspect they are helping me, they will kill them in the blink of an eye.
Alright, let's go ahead and get started with this memory. This is going to be quite a lengthy video, so definitely take advantage of those time codes to jump around to the relevant sections of the video, especially for the secondary objective. Anyways, right off the bat, we are going to be jumping down from that sync point, getting behind the pillar, and then we are going to be waiting for this guard to pass, proceed to the next pillar, then we are going to go behind this guard here and head down the wall over there. Then head over to the right and continue up, and we are going to collect this helix shard here, just so that way we can use a helix dash if we need to later on in the level. I don't recall if I do, I don't think that I do, but it is of course always good to make sure you stock up on helix shards, so that way you can use the helix dash if you are in a bind and just need to get out. Anyways, now that we have made it to this area here, there's no need to go up top, so just drop down and get onto the scaffolding here. Once again, we are going to take the time to collect the helix shard, just so that way we can have it in the future, so that way we don't need to worry, right? Alright, now we have made it to this section here. What you want to do is wait behind this pillar here. Once that guard gets distracted, head into the hiding spot, then distract them with the noise dart to just pull them over to the left. Once they're far enough, head over to the right until the guard on the right side is going to spot you, so that way you don't get spotted while you're in the blinds. The white silhouette, always remember, the white silhouette lets you know that you are not visible to any enemies. And now just make sure you distract the guard on the left once more to draw them away from the blinds, then move over to the pillar and then the hiding spot all the way on the right side, waiting for the guard to pass by once again. Once they do, head up the ladder, and that is the checkpoint. Now we are going to be saving our first concubine for the secondary objective. So you want to just make sure that you take your time here, restart checkpoint as many times as you need, because we're just, taking our time. No pressure here. This is a pretty easy concubine, to be honest. We're just going to wait for these guards to start talking, then go behind them. Make sure you are crouched, so that way they do not hear you jump out of the window, or into the window, I should say. And then go over behind this guard with the noise radius down here, and then get into the hiding spot once they pass by. Then all we're going to be doing is waiting for the guard to pass by us once again. Make sure that the noise radius is not covering the hiding spot, or else you will get heard when you are escaping. Once it's all clear, head over to the concubine. Take out this guard here. No need to put this guard in the hiding spot just because the blinds do block him, so he won't get spotted at all by the guards. And then we are going to go right back into the hiding spot after we have freed that concubine. So that was very quick. We're just waiting for this guard to once again turn around. And once they have made it past the hiding spot with their noise radius, so you can see once they get out of range, we are then going to leave, and then you just remain crouched as you are behind them. This guard will then go all the way to the end here, then start looking down, and once they're looking down, be sure to stay crouched as you are passing by them, and then just leap over this wall, and that is the secondary objective. 1 out of 3 of the concubines have been saved, and once you've made it to this section here, you do have a checkpoint, so you don't need to worry about repeating that anymore. Alright, now we are waiting for this guard over here to just stop moving and turn around. Once they have turned around, we can just stick behind them. I think this guard sometimes looks behind them, so just be cautious, but once they make it to the pillar, you can just go behind the pillar and you are safe. let them turn around, and then you're going to move to the hiding spot on the right side. So once the guard on the right turns around, head into the bush. That was close. If you saw that guard turn around like that, that was close. I almost jumped, and you want to be cautious definitely with that specific guard because he can turn around and really ruin things for you. Alright, now we are just navigating from hiding spot to hiding spot. That guard over there sometimes looks to the left but is normally looking down, so not too much to worry about there. Once you made it to this section here, you can go below and pick up throwing knives, but of course, if you are going for a shadow gold rating, you're not going to be using many throwing knives, and there's no need to stock up on them. So just use your throwing knife to destroy that rope, and then we are going to continue on over that plank. There was a helix shard down below if you wanted to grab it. I didn't get it here, probably because I just didn't see it, to be honest, but I didn't get it here because it didn't feel necessary, and there are definitely more later on. Now once we made it to the top here, just go straight ahead, and there are no guards to worry about in this section, but down below is where we are going to have a few guards that we need to evade. So let's move down. I'm sure I have restarted my checkpoint a ton here, so I was able to get a pretty good method for distracting them. Get all of the guards looking over to the right, then drop all the way down, head behind this pillar, and then all we need to do really is worry about the guard that is on the far right looking down at us. Now we just need to make sure we time our movements with their line of sight, and once we make it to the bush, we are in the clear. We only need to worry about one more guard in the window. So go from the pillar over here to the hiding spot once it is clear for you and you're out of the line of sight. Then once it is clear for you to escape from the hiding spot, leave and go over to the right up this wall here, and we are going to continue into the next area. Alright, so now that we have made it to the next area, we are going to head down below and stock up on some noise darts. If you haven't already, make sure that you stock up on them. And then now we are going to wait for the guard at the top to let us get through. Go into the bush here. Then we are once again going to wait, move forward a little bit into the pillar, then into the hiding spot there. It should be clear for you. I restarted this checkpoint so many times I couldn't even count. So if you stick with the flow that I'm going with, it should be the same for you. Now, once the guard in front of us has moved, we are going to distract the two guards up there to start looking up, so that way it is clear on the right side and we can get into this hiding spot here. Then now we are in the hiding spot. We are going to distract the guard on the right side with a noise dart so he looks up, then stun the guard on the left so they cannot look directly at us. And then we are going to make it up onto this ledge here. Once you make it into this ledge, you do have a checkpoint, so you are now safe and you don't need to repeat this process over and over again. And all you need to do now is head into that room, kill the guard that is inside, and then free the concubine. So if you notice there, I was trying to use noise darts, but I couldn't actually distract that guard, so I just ended up stunning him with a firecracker. That is what we are going to have to do for both entering and exiting into this window. So keep that in mind. You want to have some firecrackers with you. Now that we have saved the concubine, we are going to do what I just said. We are going to stun the guard out there with firecrackers. We're going to wait to make sure it is clear for us to just hang off of the window. And then once it is clear, we are going to stun him and then climb over him. And then we are going to proceed with this level. Now that we have made it to this section here, we have a checkpoint, so we're not going to be repeating that section, and we have saved our progress on the secondary objective. Now we are just going to continue to proceed, get over here, get up on the left, and then we are going to make our way around that guard. So just go up this wall here. Then we are going to continue. Make sure that as you go behind this guard, you are crouched, so that way he won't hear you, because the floor is wet and you'll of course make noise if you are not crouched. Alright, so now that we have made it past that guard, we have another checkpoint, and we are going to head down, jump off of this synchronization point, and land below. Once we get around to the building in the foreground, or maybe background, I suppose, what is in front of us, you can see it right now. That is the building with the concubine, so we are going to make our way around to it. But first, we are going to be collecting the helix shard that is on the ceiling here. It's a very easy one to collect. And if you collected every single one that I had collected, you'll have a full helix bar, and you can helix dash no matter what, and just go off if you even need to at all. If you follow along with me, I don't think I even used the helix dash in this level, so you probably won't need it, but there is a section that would definitely benefit you in using the helix dash, so save it up if you do have it. Alright, now we are going for our secondary objective. This will actually complete the secondary objective, and this will also unlock the achievement Concubine Savior. So it's two birds in one stone by getting the highest score possible in this level. All right, now we are just going to wait for our path to be clear, and we are going to drop below, stun the guard that is with the concubine, then kill him, and then finally free this concubine. Once the concubine has been freed, you will unlock the achievement Concubine Savior, and you'll also have completed the secondary objective. So now all we need to do is complete the level itself. So once you get to this section, you can actually drop this guard's body in the hiding spot, but I made a mistake and I did not do that. So I just walked all the way to the left with the body, and the guard on the right cannot see it at all. So that is a safe spot to leave the body. But personally, just throw it in the hiding spot there. It is much less worrisome to just throw it in the hiding spot, and you don't need to worry about it because it can't be seen at all, right? Alright, if you saw right there, I actually just tailed that guard and waited for them to give me the space to go behind the pillar. And then once they turn back around and pass this pillar, I'm actually going to go on the other side of the pillar. Then I'm going to wait for them to turn around. Once they turn back to the left, it is clear to continue on forward. And once you've made it to this section, you have got an achievement. So you will have a checkpoint and you will not need to repeat this section at all. Alright, continuing on, we have gone up the pole. Now we are going to go behind this guard here and just continue on to the right. Be careful of the wet floor. You will get noticed if you are too close. Once you made it to this section over here, you are going to take out your throwing knives and then throw it at the rope over there so we can climb up this wall. Then we are going to use the rope dart to get onto the ceiling and wrap around. Then we are going to jump over to the right and then continue on to the other side of this little shed looking thing. Okay, now that we have made it to this section here, get ready for a pretty difficult section. You have to get everything just perfect. So follow along with the path that I take. I can't tell you how many times I restarted this checkpoint as well, so I have probably figured out the safest way to get through this section. Now let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be following this guard here and getting into the hiding spots all the way until we get to the hiding spot all the way to the right of us. And then once we are in there, we are just going to wait for a little bit and let the guards pass by so we have a better pattern to get down to the ledge to the right of us. So give it some time, let the guard that has the noise radius go far left so that you are safe. And then once those guards have gone away from the hiding spot, distract these two guards by placing a noise dart above them, then go below and onto the ledge over here. And then once you're hanging on the ledge, you are going to distract them once again, and then move over to the right and out of their view as quick as possible. Remember to crouch if you are on the water because they will hear you if you are close enough to them and you are not crouched. Alright, so even though you have made it through a lot of these guards, you do not yet have a checkpoint, so remember to be very careful over here. Once you make it to this section, you want to get behind this stone as soon as possible, and then you are just going to be a bit patient and wait for the guard on the left to get out of the way, and then the guard that is closest to you will start looking down. Get behind the guard that is on the left, go past them, and then we are going to go straight onto this wall. And then now we have successfully navigated all of that, and we are just going to continue on. You have gotten a checkpoint once you make it to this section here, so there's nothing to worry about, and you can just continue on and not be stressed out. Once you've made it to this area here, we are going to stay behind the guard that is closest to us. Let them go all the way to the end here, and then once they get to this section here, we are going to distract the guards on the right, so that way they are looking away from us. Then we are going to make it to this window ledge here. If you're quick enough, that guard will not see you at all because you went behind them and over to their right. Once you made it to this section here, you will again have another checkpoint, so don't need to worry. Collect some firecrackers if you need to. I had 0, so of course I needed to. Then we are just going to continue past these guards. They are very easy to avoid. Get onto the ceiling and then wrap around on the walls. Nothing crazy over here, so just continue on. Once you get over to this section here, you can collect some more ammo if you need it. It's noise darts, so of course that's useful if you do need it. Alright, now that we have collected that, we are going to go up to the ledge over there. So wait for the guard to stop looking down. They are going to turn left. And then you're going to wait for the guard on the right to look away. Once both of them are not looking at you, head up to the ceiling and then over to the left. And you should have no problem staying out of their line of sight. Alright, now that we have made it to this section here, you can see I'm struggling to actually get onto the wall. It's a bit funky, the controls, when you're in a position like that. But anyways, once you made it to this area, you are pretty much clear for the rest of the level. You're not going to encounter any other enemies, so just follow the path to the end and you will have completed this memory in no time. So that is pretty much all that you need to do. just head over to the entrance, or I suppose the exit, whatever you want to call it, over to the right, and then a final cutscene will play. I'll see you at the end of this video.
Your Highness, it is good to see you again. What is wrong?
I'm sorry.
Alright, and that is the end of this memory. I thought that was a pretty cool ending cutscene, to be honest. That reveal was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting it personally, but that's besides the point. As long as you have completed every single encounter without killing anybody or being spotted, meaning you got Shadow Gold ratings, of course, and as long as you made sure you also completed the secondary objective, you have gotten the highest score possible for this memory. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please stick around and subscribe to my channel for more content like this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.